Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in another All Signs Tarot reading. This round feels very, very chill, and that's exactly what I'm here for. So let's see what kind of a messaging we shall receive today. All right, I have already pre-shuffled. Don't mind me. But let's go ahead. Oh, they kind of slid. You see that? They kind of... Oh, it's the Crone. The Maiden, the Siren, the Thread. These are all cards that we've seen recently. No, it's been a while since the Maiden. Well, that's right, we saw the Mother. Interesting, though. I'm feeling a bit of pull with this Siren card being down there. So one of the themes for last week was being all three, parent and child, right? Mother, father, and child. And that's just part of humanity. That's just our existence, right? Always. Existence enables existence. So this is a very interesting way to begin this reading. Now we're going to do what I was intending on doing. And pull this card. Wow! Man, this is my first time ever pulling this card. See, I knew that there were still a few that I've yet to pull from this deck. There's so much. Let's grab the book, fam. This has to be one of the last ones, right? Yep. Innermost knowing. Mystic truths. Very interesting. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures in scholarly books on library shelves. Fam, I've been spending a lot of time at the library. Okay, moving on. Rather, Gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to Gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling. Not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip toward mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of Gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. All right, my kindred souls, fam, how's it going? Been getting into some nitty-gritty like me too, hey? When light, contemplating the mystery, unanswerable questions. When dark, over-intellectualizing and literalizing, asking others. This card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifter. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All last week we kept getting the frickin' riddle card. And I received the shapeshifter card a lot. All concern themselves with revealing mystic truth. Nitty gritty, fam. Those who say they know, don't. Those who say they don't know, no. So we've reached this portion of the journey. I don't know if I would feel comfortable referring to myself as your guide, because we're kind of in the same boat, you know what I mean? I mean, once upon a time, I used to say this a lot, you know, maybe we're not in the exact same boat, but we're in the same body of water, just kind of floating along in our own little individuals. Some have dinghies. I'm calling the unicorn inflatable. It's mine. It's my turn. Okay, anyway, moving on. You know what I mean? We're able to relate to one another, and we're all connected with one another, even in our individual existences, right? We're never alone, not only on this planet, but, also on this planet from our guides, our ancestors watching over us. Even the pushy ones that poke you between the eyebrows. Is this thing on? Yeah, Grandpa, get out of my face. Like, what the heck? Oh my goodness, that was rude. So says me. I don't like pushy people. It's so weird how as humans we can be in a room full of people and still feel so alone. Right? There's been such, even though segregation has supposedly ended, there's still such separation in the world between genders, ethnicities. How? Why? It's almost 2025, fam. What's going on? But that means, and this is what got me or kept me sane when I was living in this small town. I don't know if you're in America, but small town America is kind of scary. You're surrounded by a bunch of people who have given up on themselves. They may have given up on themselves before they even hit elementary school. Let's be real. We're raised by people who are just doing what they know to do, right? I may have wandered too far and forgot what point I was making. Oh, in this town, the small town America, I was going crazy. Such horrible drivers, such idiocy. And I would remind myself, well, I'm here. And Psychology 101 tells me that if I'm here, there are other like-minded individuals somewhere in this town. I just got to find them, and we're going to hang. Going to listen to some great music, watch some cool shit, whatever the fuck. Have some incredible conversations and share some vibes either way. Another thing that keeps coming up is instead of thinking about the things we don't want, the things we wish to change, let's think about the things we love, that we love to experience, that we love having, or at least having access to, right? Spinning things, alchemy. There's been some real alchemy going on, and such an awakening around the world. That's definitely when it helps not being alone, when you're not the only one trying to share some positive vibes out there. Throw it up on some YouTube, whatever. Moving on to the oracle cards, because I am babbling. I'm really good at babbling. I don't know if you're new here and have no idea what you've gotten yourself into, but I am really good at babbling. If you just need someone to just have on the TV or the screen just babbling while you do your laundry, maybe do some vacuuming, you can't even hear, whatever. I got you, fam. What's... Where do we get it from the oracle cards? So what I say, the whole idea of being a phoenix, are you kidding me? Rising from the flames? How do you make gold? How do you melt it? Right? Flames, fire, heat. What is in the center of this earth, fam? Whether we're on board for it or not, this earth is trying to heal. We've been trying to heal, and we're all healing together. That's kind of one of the inside jokes about humanity. We have a tendency to just simply trigger one another, right? We have our own traumas. Even if you're sitting there looking at someone going, they've never had an issue, they've never had any challenges, they don't know obstacles. I'm sorry, are you going to breathe air into their lungs for them too while you're at it? That sounds like a lot of assumptions about somebody else in their life. Do they get it correct when they make assumptions about you? I would say no, in my experience, no. People have a tendency to completely misunderstand or to take the worst possible meaning and put it to the simple, hey, the sky's blue. I mean, do you want me to pick a particular shade name? Right? This is when we stop worrying about what others think of us. We don't necessarily stop worrying about others because we really are in this together, right? But we recognize that our minds really do control our realities and what our lives are like, right? And it's time for the opinions of others to no longer take their peace and just enjoy your life. How is that for a happily ever after? Let's read the book because I feel like someone really freaking needs to hear this. Ooh, right to it, noise. No matter how hopeless you may be feeling at this moment, know this. You can and will survive whatever trials you've been put through. From the ashes of the past, you shall create a storybook ending filled with beauty and resilience. Resiliency can feel really annoying when you're building it. A lot goes into that shit, right? That's the kind of stuff that they only hint at on TV. Oh my goodness, this thing is so covered with cat hair now. Whee! But Hollywood, or whoever is, whatever government is in control of your television and the things you get to see, whatever marketing firms and all of that crap is trying to take their piece. We're just simply not affected by that as much anymore. Progress is a process. We're making progress. It's all good. But now, like I've been saying from the get-go, we're into the nitty-gritty. No ands, ifs, or buts about it, fam. This is your life, and you have claimed it. Is it time? Is it time for the clarification? I mean, we'll see what happens with these tarot cards. I like to think of this as a story, and each card is its own chapter. Sometimes I wish I had just thrown them all out and didn't pause so much with each one, but, we'll see. This is YouTube. Let's lighten the mood a wee bit. It's time. Chapter 1. Boosh, it is time. There's no confusion. There's been so much planning, and there's only so much that we're able to know, right? Down here on this plane, right? And that's okay because we know enough. We've gained so much wisdom in our experience and our thirst for knowledge and life. And continuing the storybook idea, we got our own white horse that we ride, and we can save ourselves. We're capable of healing, helping, discerning, and saving ourselves. We know our resources and when we need to tap into them. We know what advice is meant for us and to heed, and what advice, that worked for you, and I'm happy for you. I want you happy, so cool. But that's not for me. And know that it's no harm, no foul, right? It's all good. Sometimes we might be a little hazy, a little wanting to jump ahead a few steps and just hit fast forward and get past this phase onto the next because woo! But this is all a part of the process, and we are making progress. What's chapter 2? Boosh, so much wisdom gained. There are times in this process of gaining knowledge, whether it's doing tarot readings, meditation, because this is for my kindred souls that are getting esoteric as fuck. If you don't, it's cool. I hope you still enjoy the story. If you were drawn to this video, I'm pretty sure it's because of reasons. You have a right to not only take up space, but to be heard, to be seen. Whatever that means for you, right? We're in such a dawning of an age of acceptance for human beings, which is so very needed, because if we're looking at Hollywood, if we're looking at these media companies, these marketing firms, then according to them, we're not even allowed to be human. How are the people who are already skinny on frickin' TV even skinnier thanks to things like Ozempic? Who the fuck made them think they needed to be skinnier? Who is making anyone or trying to tell anyone that your genetics aren't enough? Fam, you're beautiful. You are absolutely beautiful. Not just because you're a survivor, not just because you've gained so much wisdom and still have that thirst, you still have hope, but because you exist. You've always been enough. You've always been beautiful. And now you're able to see through the illusions of this world. Now you know better. This has been quite the journey, and I'm so glad to have made it this far right alongside you, fam. What's chapter 3? Boosh, right? Dude. If that's a chick and this is a dude, they'd make a great couple. The wands are fire. We have air, we have fire. We have passion and courage and clarity. Been there, done that. This king's looking at the... We got 2 cards with these beings that are looking that way, with this Hierophant in the middle who's looking right at us and has these 2 people looking at them. You know, for the longest time I thought that they were just dudes whose, you know, their hair is just, you know, hairing. But then I realized, oh, those are little... they're little, you know. I'm sorry, words. I'm really bad with names. Especially if it's little hats and stuff, apparently. So the tarot has helped me to also learn. Pretty sure that was a Tudor hat that the character in the Ten of Cups is wearing. I'm just, whatever. Moving on. This king is able to be very comfortable on his golden throne. Because what? Alchemy, fam. Whatever he touches turns to gold. Why? Because he freaking wants it. He wants to be happy now. He wants to rule this kingdom as one where everyone thrives. Everyone is able to enjoy their creativity, whatever it looks like for you. It doesn't have to be painting, right? There's some pretty darn incredible chainmail artists out there, I'm just saying. And he's got this cute little salamander buddy. Another symbol of being impervious to fire. The things that used to affect us enabled this rebirth. We've created gold from all that pain and suffering that was mixed in with any joy. And now food tastes differently. And not just because of viruses, right? That's something I've been experiencing. And my reclusive ass hasn't had a virus in almost 5 years now. No, yeah, pretty sure we're at that point. But I also mean it in the reclusivity, right? Everything's just different now. And we like it. We've earned it. We're finally figuring out this human thing. And it's time to feel comfortable and fulfilled in our lives. There's always a new horizon. Boosh! Holy shitballs, Batman. Chapter 4 is literally the 10 of Cups. Now, this could be your family that you've been longing for. This can be whatever family, your friends, your community. That vibe matching vibe, right? Meeting people that are aligned with you. You have an understanding and you're able to be vulnerable and respected together. This is every wish, every manifestation fulfilled. All of it. Hopes, dreams, all of it. With a little babbling brook. This is everything able to work out better than you could have ever imagined. And that's why we're not supposed to think of specifics, right? When it comes to what Neville Goddard and Abdullah have taught us. Because that is his mentor, right? So, hey. It's about feeling. How would you feel if you were free? How would you feel if all of your hopes and dreams and manifestations came to fruition? You know, for a long time, I felt this need to be specific when saying dreams, because there's some dreams where it's like, I mean, I don't know if I want to live that. You know what I mean? Especially with the weird shit that's going, oh my goodness. So I would say my favorite dreams, my chosen dreams. Why? Ooh. Whatever you're thinking is manifesting. And now we're thinking how ready we are, how much we are able to enjoy life now. We know the worst is behind us, and there's so much awe in life once more. So much thirst again. And that, in and of itself, may be keeping some of us awake at night, because it's okay, I got one more sleeps, and then we're at a new day, a new tomorrow. Like, there's an excitement for tomorrow, like never before. And, you know, sometimes that's been a part of the discombobulation recently with the planets and all the things and retrogrades and, you know. But a part of that, it's almost like getting your sea legs or, you know, being lost at sea so much, being lost in the forest for so long that coming out, you know, the parting of the clouds and stuff, and boom, the sun coming in. It's like, whoa, okay, now I gotta adjust to this way of life. It's been weird, but thrilling. It feels good to thrive. I love thriving. How about you? Hey, nice knock right there. It's probably the light, but I don't like it. What's gonna come up underneath the Knight of Swords fan? Boosh. Heck yeah. All this growth, all of this work and wisdom gained, it's like it's drawing a line between the past and all the bullshit, the lies, the betrayal, the crap, the pain is on the other side of it. And in this portion, you know, we're still doing a bit of healing. You don't need to be perfect to be here. Heck no, fam. Heck no. You just need to be alive and open to receiving, accepting yourself, accepting the life that you've longed for in full glory, fam. Knowing that you are safe. You want to be, then be. For some, this idea of divine guidance, divine protection, you know, they need to see it to know it. You know what I mean? They want a full-on science, that crap. There is no science without the divine, period. Period. Shall we discuss quantum physics? I am always down for some quantum physics conversation, because that's when shit gets fun. That's like, to me, the fun portion of science. Just like nebulas are just astronomy porn. You know what I mean? You don't have to see them. You don't have to be this perfect clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairaudient, all the clairs. You don't have to be clarific, right? Your voice, when you speak, when you are able in whatever way to express what you love, what you want, what you're thankful to have, That's power. And that's yet another thing that's being figured out, right? Heck yeah, fam, what's coming up underneath the dang Hierophant, for crying out loud? Boosh, it's been a long time coming, fam. We got 2 nights. We got the fastest night of the tarot, and we got the slowest night of the tarot. Fam, I feel like this is a round where we got all these great things right up from the get-go, and then we get to be reminded of what it's taken to get there. This has been such a long time coming. Your studying, your growth of knowledge and wisdom, and your ability to recognize how incredible existence is. Our own existence. It's not selfish. It's a miracle. The fact that you're still here is a miracle. Everything is a miracle. Air, breath, laughter, waking up, getting to have some food. You want a little snacky poo, Randers? Cool, go get it. It's cool, you can pause, I'll wait. This has been a long time coming. This has been your whole previous portion of life. It's kind of like, boom, we've reached the middle of the book. Not just chapters. Boom, part 2, right? And now all of these things that you've been longing for, it's time. You can share your wisdom, share your life, share your clarity, or just continue learning and figuring out what that means for you. Something tells me you don't want to be the only one thriving, though. You are a beacon of love, light, positivity, all that good. Shine away. Now, instead of waiting, we're living it. Honoring the past. Looking so forward to the future. What's coming up underneath the King of Wands? Boosh. The freaking world, fam. Am I correct? That's the last of the major arcana? So we have the Hierophant and the world. The world isn't so, I mean, you know, the way some people, like, why you do, you know, but whatever. It's like, I don't want to live in a world that's full of genocide and torture. I love how much this planet is healing. I love how far humanity has come and how capable of love and discernment we all are now. Alchemy, fam. Flip it. That's what we've been learning how to do. No more, oh, I don't like that. Only, I love this. I love that there's so much. Our own bodies, our livers and things, to a degree, are capable of self-healing. That pH balance and such. Isn't that why we're supposed to use toners as part of our facial care? You know, skin care. We strip our flesh with a cleanser, and well, now we gotta try to help our pH levels again, balance it back out, depending on your cleanser, right? Depending on your process. Just an example. With more of us growing and learning and adapting, doing all this, the better the entire world is. You don't have to put it all on your shoulders. There are others of us out here helping. We're all working in concert together. You just make sure you're okay. And those vibes are going to spread out effortlessly. The world has always been in the palm of your hand, fam. Always. This whole time. Everything you've ever wanted has been right here for you. Always. This whole time. It's not ditching you now. Or ever. What's going to come up underneath the Ten of Cups? The Empress. Okay. Well, now that they're all out, let's see. Once again, we have all of the suits represented. Pentacles, swords, wands, cups. And very, look at this freaking reading, fam. Kindred souls, I ask, are you surprised? Is there any surprise whatsoever to how this reading has turned out so far? Still got a couple more cards to pull, at least 2 more. I don't think we're surprised at all. I think this is another confirmation round full of encouragement to keep going. What do you do when dreaming bigger hands over all of your dreams? You reach all of your goals. You keep dreaming bigger. You keep coming up with new hopes, new things to look forward to. Things change, they shift, they evolve, right? For some, once you have what you want, it's like, okay, well, I'm good. Now who can I help monetarily, right? My mom and I have had to use food banks in our lives. I love being able to help fund, be able to assist. I love helping, the food banks. It's such an incredible resource for people in need. I love doing these readings and reminding people of how incredible they themselves are. I love believing in you. I love sharing this time together. It's quite the vibe. It's an honor and a privilege. Thank you. There's a lot of balance happening here. I know it because that's how this is able to happen. But that's also when the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles is able to appear and be like, okay, now we can do this. Now you're ready. And it's like they're handing it off to the world. Everything worked for, everything longed for, everything is for existence in this world, playing our own parts, experiencing life and the world. But there's also balance going on here. And there's also balance going on between these two. The masculine, the feminine. Love, nurturing, handling things. Being courageous regardless of the energy. There are those who have been so protective of others who have learned how to truly protect themselves. That line between sacrificing everything for others and suffering their consequences for them and being able to be there, be supportive without sacrificing yourself. You've given up your old ways, your old habits. That's the only things about yourself. That's the only kind of sacrifice we need to do, and that's for ourselves, so that we can be ourselves and truly live. This person is given such religious vibes. Yeah, well, she has a crown of stars. And she's very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. There's so much red and passion and love. So many earth tones. It all works in concert together. You're so antsy and ready to go because you know darn well how long this has taken. And now you're understanding, like you're getting it. We, fam, are getting it. What's the epilogue? Boom. So why would you change your mind now? There's no backseas, and you don't want to. Sometimes there's still triggers that occur, and then it's like you catch yourself and you're like, oh. But instead of feeling bad for it, it's like, there I go. I'm not giving this up. I'm not changing my mind. There are no backseas. And that any opposition is because they simply don't know. Maybe you're at a point where there's like that tingling, right? That, oh, this is the precipice. Or recognizing you've gone beyond that precipice and you're not free falling. You're floating. You didn't need wings, fam. So if people, your family, your supposed friends, they don't understand what you're doing. They don't understand because they're still at whatever point in their own journey. This isn't their life. This is your life. They don't have to understand. And now it's easier to understand that. And you just want to share this with everyone, right? If you're on top of the world, literally on top of the world, who are you fighting anymore? It's just not the same. What weapons? I know this knight has a sword. And you could still bonk someone with a disc if you know. That is part of a Stephen King journey, I'm just saying. If you know, you know. But it's not about fighting anymore. There's nothing and no one to fight anymore. There's only love, acceptance, and growth, and learning. Never being done learning. What's on the bottom of the deck? Wow. Wow, fam. The bottom of the deck to me is the main gist, the main vibe. And right now it's really feeling like that was then, this is now. Our root system that we've alchemized, that we've resurrected from. Yep. The past. Look at that. Wow. Yep. That's everything that we've grown from. That's out of the way now. Oh, fam. Yay. What are the extra notes? Jeez Louise, fam. My goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. If I see the Gemini card one more dang time. Hello. Geminis, how's it going? How you doing? Some of my favorite people are Geminis. It may not be easy to tell with these videos that I completely control and know that I don't have to upload, so that changes some things. But I'm actually really, really shy. I'm more of an observer when I'm around people I don't know very well. I spent some time hanging out and around on Twitch. That helped. I've worked a lot of retail. That helped. But ultimately, I'm really, really shy. And Geminis are the ones that get me talking all night and opening up, whether they see me or not. Geminis are incredible. Geminis themselves, I've heard of Geminis referring to themselves as shy. And it's like, wow, it's totally different. And here we are, the opposite ends of the spectrum. Hey, nice to meet you. But they're the ones who are always able to get the conversations going. They're sometimes the overachievers. Right? You always have plans. You always have something going on. Oh. Whenever this one comes out, it feels like my dad. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Do you know how much you are loved? I think you know the ancestors that surround you. Maybe you've been second guessing yourself. Why? Why would you still, at this point in the journey, ever second guess yourself, fam? You are surrounded by love. Maybe it is your father. Maybe it's your grandfather. Maybe definitely there are people from way down the line where this is the only way you've ever known one another in this round of your existence. What's on the bottom of this stack? Crossroads Demon. What did you do? For some, there are those where there's something, they crossed lines that they've had it in their heads they were never meant to cross. And because of that, no, fam. No. That, too, is done, okay? Let's leave that crap in the past where it belongs. Ooh. It's like someone is tickling, like, the top of my head, but along the right, from the very top of my skull, my crown, right on down my temple. It's just tickling. You are very loved, and everything has led you to this moment. You're on. This is your path. It's always the right path, fam. You've learned so very much, and you can help others with your wisdom. You don't need to know. Those are details that you don't need to know. They need to know. Okay? Just like we were talking about before. They may not understand you. That's fine, because they don't need to. You don't need to understand what's going on with them. Just speak your truth and have respect. You know the difference now, right? Now you know respect, and you know how to show it. You know how to receive it. You know when someone is simply not giving it. And you know how you feel when you're around people that you struggle to respect, right? I'm feeling such balance. There are no 9 of Swords here. There's no 8 of Swords. There's none of that showing up in this reading until we saw that Crossroads Demon card. So whatever it is, until we flip the bottoms of these decks. What's on the bottom of this one? Boosh. Do it for you. This is your life that you are living. In the bottom of this one, the ring. Do you have an object from that person? Is it a ring? I'm seeing someone with a ring on a necklace. Hmm. Very interesting. Or maybe you just recently took off a ring that you recognize no longer belongs on your finger. Alrighty, fan. I'm being expressed. I don't know if that was a kitty or what it was that I just heard, but it's time to move on. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. This was an incredible reading. There's so much power, empowerment, love, and joy going on. You're not crazy. You're definitely not crazy. Not about this. Not about this, fam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And always remember that I love you.